Prison guard could not resist this female inmate. We're about to be off to a fantastic start.
The story begins in a male prison where inmates are exercising. Soon after, an alarm goes off telling all inmates to go back to their cells. One inmate blackmailed.
Like, why are you holding on to the... He look like he ready to seduce somebody. That's a seducing pose right there.
One inmate blackmails Sam, a prison guard, into bringing illegal items.
Come on. I need something, baby.
Okay, so he is seducing. I thought he was just trying to seduce. No, he is. Okay, I knew who he was.
Get yourself. You understand me?
He threatens to expose Sam if he doesn't obey.
You sent my boy $500 with tar and coke all over that shit.
Whatever that means.
I'm trying to help you, man. What you expect? I'm a criminal, baby.
Saying
that line, for the lack of a better word, cringe, I'm a criminal, baby. That did not hit.
Sam will end up in the same prison and under his control. Feeling scared, Sam fights the inmate but gets badly hurt with a cut on his face.
You threw first punch and got oh.
Later, he sees a doctor to check for a head injury and get stitches.
How? Bro, he hit you for like 30 seconds. How did you get put in stitches already?
When Tim and other guards ask what happened, Sam lies. He says the inmate had been causing problems for a while.
He's been giving me a lot of lip for a while.
Sam claims he just asked the inmate to go back to his cell, but the inmate refused.
He lied on his name. That's why cops need body cam. Bro, straight lied.
Him, and then the inmate headbutted him in self-defense. Sam hit the inmate with a nightstick to protect himself.
Well, son, your first mistake was allowing him into your space and not calling for backup then.
To keep Sam safe from other inmates, they decide to move him to the tower. A few days later, Sam is on the roof of the prison when he sees something suspicious happening in the yard. He uses a telescope to get a closer look. Suddenly, a fight breaks out among the inmates.
Oh yeah,
Sam
but this is
quickly
all fake.
pushes
It's
the
all fake.
emergency alarm. The guards rush in, armed with tear gas, and position themselves.
Yo, I didn't realize this is how they would like control the crowd. Like they really just have like grenade launchers, but instead of grenades, it's tear gas.
On the roof as the fight goes on. Tear gas is used, hitting several inmates. When the fight doesn't stop, the guards fire warning shots. This makes the inmates lie down on the ground. Then, accidentally, two inmates attack another inmate.
Were they getting shanked?
Two inmates attack another inmate. The guards, fully geared up, enter the yard and start tying up the inmates one by one.
So what happens if they miss a shot and they shoot somebody that wasn't a problem? Like, do they have to face any consequences for that? Like, what's the repercussions for that?
Meanwhile, Sam realizes his mistake while still on the roof. Warden Mills, along with guards Ed Simmons and Tim, discusses what happened.
After the issue with Daryl Johnson, we felt it best he be separated from the inmates.
Well,
yes,
he certainly can't
get him
go
out of
back
here.
in the tower.
Tim supports Sam, but Warden Mills is angry. He demands to know why Sam was on the tower and decides where to send him next.
No, we need to move him out of here.
Tim
fire him. Talking about something, we need to move it out of here. Just fire him.
Explains that because Sam was attacked and hurt before, they thought it was best to keep him away from the inmates. Ed suggests moving Sam to other departments like receiving or discharge, or to patrol the perimeter. Tim keeps defending Sam, questioning why he needs to be moved.
They will kill him if they get a chance, and you know it.
Despite objections from Ed and Tim, Warden Mills orders Sam to be sent to the women's prison and calls for a lockdown.
First off, Sam needs a body cam, right? Because he's already lying through his teeth. Now he's killing inmates. And now they're like, you know what? Let's send him to the women's.
Move him to the women's prison.
Those girls will be all over him, sir. That could create a whole new set of problems.
But if he can't be trusted to not the inmates, then maybe he needs to find a different career.
That's what I'm saying. Get him out.
It's the women's prison, or he will be released.
We follow Sam after his transfer to the women's prison, where he stands aside
to
let
look like Jordan from All-American.
Female inmates pass. They make enticing moves on him, with some even making
I beg your pardon?
enticing moves on him.
How many of y'all are going? Man, most of y'all cannot be in this career. Y'all cannot be. I don't have faith in any of y'all.
With some even making suggestive gestures.
Oh, I need search, Daddy.
That's genius. That's amazing.
Inmate Cherry notices Sam as she enters the classroom. Marianne Mollusky catches the overly friendly interaction between Sam and Cherry.
Get Sam out of here, bro. Bro is terrible at his job. Like, terrible. He is horrific at his job.
And demands to know who sent Sam to the women's prison. He explains it was for his own protection after an incident at the male prison. Mariam warns him that the
Get him
female
on like security guard duty.
inmates are no different from the male inmates and will try to use him. During her lesson on human evolution, Cherry uses a mirror to watch Sam, who stands at the back of the classroom. In the break room,
What are you gaining from watching him?
the guards discuss
guess
the
you got nothing to
differences
do.
between the men's maximum security prison and the women's prison. Sam jokes that today felt like a vacation compared to the men's prison, which he likens to a jungle. Other guards warn him to wait and see what happens after the women are put to bed.
Yeah.
They tell him the inmates will cry,
They're gonna cry, and they're gonna give you every sob story.
tell fake stories to get his attention, and complain about guards watching them as they change clothes.
Man, he went from getting the brakes beat off of him. I think he can handle a little bit of crocodile tears. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think he got it. I have faith in him. No, I don't. I don't have faith in Sam. Anybody in chat got faith in Sam? Because I don't have a lick of faith.
These guys in uniform having relationships with inmates.
It's not just guys.
Assholes come in every gender.
Wow.
They explain the unique dangers of the women's prison and advise Sam to act like a robot, following all the rules precisely.
He is not about to act like no robot. But before we even continue with that, her eyes are like a scary type of blue. She looks like a robot. Like she has AI robot eyes.
Following all the rules precisely.
This prison's dangerous in a different way.
At bedtime, they proceed to lock each cell one by one until discovering an inmate with a confiscated phone.
Let me see it.
See what?
Stand and face the wall.
Close A20.
What a waste of money.
Come on, man. I don't need y'all looking at that.
You know the rules. Close A19. Take 17.
Sam is then instructed to
Oh,
lock
he's about
the
to take
next
the
cell
one with the
where he
black girl?
encounters Cherry.
Yep,
She
of course.
pretends to be reading a magazine. Checking in with her, he asks if she's all right.
You good?
And now?
She responds positively, requests her
Okay.
cell to be closed,
Close A17.
and he continues with his duties. The following day,
She flirting while her roommate just on the toilet. Like that alone. Y'all are smelling feces right now trying to flirt. Fuck, bro.
Sam is standing by the classroom door as the inmates pass by. One inmate intentionally pushes Cherry into him. She grabs his jacket and says, "I'll see you tonight." A female guard tells him to get his head straight.
Get your head out of
Otherwise,
That wasn't me. I kinda liked it though, but that wasn't my fault.
these ladies will take advantage of his desperation. That same night, as Sam instructs inmates to turn off their bunk lights,
Does Sam ever go home? Like, do we ever see Sam's like life?
Lights out.
he approaches Cherry's cell and discovers her exposed. Sam is deeply affected by his emotions as he continues to gaze at her.
Sam is so not locked. Sam is so not locked.
Unbeknownst to them, everything is being recorded on camera. The next day, Sam is in the control room. Cherry starts acting strangely.
Yeah, she doesn't look too good.
Radio me if she needs to go to the infirmary. And I'll buzz you through.
When he comes closer,
Why does he not understand he's being toyed with? Oh my, Sam.
she pretends to have a pain in her side so she can go to the infirmary.
What is it?
My side. I don't know.
Your stomach?
My side. I don't know. Ow.
Ask her if she can walk or if she needs a stretcher.
You need a stretcher?
I can walk. I can walk.
Is she about to make a move or is she gonna stab him in the neck?
But on the way, she pulls Sam under the stairwell where there are no cameras. It seems like a place where people often meet secretly.
But how are they meeting secretly if the camera is right there?
So cameras here, nobody can see us.
Sam tries to resist for a moment,
What do you mean try to resist, bro? You can push her.
You want to.
but
Damn,
gives in
pissing me
quickly. After that, Cherry becomes aggressive. She stabs Sam several
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I called it. Get Sam out of here.
times in the neck and then screams for help.
Help! Help!
It looks like she's trying to make it seem like Sam attacked
Thank you.
her and
Get
she
her
defended
out.
herself.
Get him out, I mean.
She crawls out of the stairwell, screaming for help, as if she wants people to think she survived an attack from the guard
W
and that she was
actor.
right to defend herself.
W actor.
Sam's lack of experience and innocence made him an easy target for the inmates who are used to violence.
He's just stupid. He was just dumb. Like, he didn't think a single time. Not a brain cell in that head of his.
Isn't this a violation of her Miranda rights?
She's in prison. She doesn't have Miranda rights in here.
You have a lot to learn about inmates.
There's an element of trust in place between the two of you that we do not have.
A corrections officer has been killed and posthumously accused of rape.
These girls have no options. I have a class to teach. I'm not going to miss it.
We'd better get going then.
What is it you're hoping I discover?
There was no tearing of the vaginal wall. No scratches on his face or arms.
Oh.
No visible signs of a struggle on her body.
Nope.
Pencil stab to the neck 30 times seems evidence of a struggle.
Those were offensive wounds. She suffered no defensive wounds. None. That coupled with the fact that his uncle was killed at almost the exact same time.
His uncle was killed at the same. Wait, why his uncle get blicked? His uncle must have been old dude who was like trying to not get him sent over to the women's ward. Yo.
Question it.
Question what?
The claim is self-defense.
Well, that means you question the...
Yes. But inmates are immune to our lies and they're immune to our threats.
Just ask her what happened. Question the things that don't add up and show her the compassion you're known for.
Compassion.
It's one tactic we haven't tried.
We don't have it. That's why you're here.
Wait, what? Was that the end or no?
Did he commit a crime?
Miss McCluskey, look at that. I feel better already.
Thank you for watching.
I did not get my answer. I am so unsatisfied with what happened right there. Cousin's wife has cancer, so the in-laws give her the best final days. Don't want to know what that means. Did she get away with it? There's no way she got away with it, right? I don't think she got away with it. But low-key, bro, we all know Sam deserved it. She was his teacher, but their lessons went too far. Movie recap.
He just wanted a good grade, but he got so much more, and not at all what he expected.
Okay.
The movie begins with Jamie, a diligent student, giving her teacher, Ms. Cohen, a farewell gift as Cohen is leaving the school.
What a nice girl.
Cohen reassures Jamie, praising her strong academic performance and encouraging her to keep up the hard work so she can attend any college she wishes.
Do we believe in Jamie, yes or no? I don't know if I'm believing in Jamie right now.
Jamie then asks Cohen about her replacement, Ms. Matson, who Cohen describes as a talented teacher she thinks Jamie will enjoy.
Okay,
the
so
next day, Ms. Matson
we believe in
starts her class.
Jamie. Okay, Ms. Matson look like she is fake. She don't look real.
And introduces herself, immediately assigning a test to the students, explaining that she is following Cohen's
I had
plan.
a teacher that looked like
After
her.
class,
Just scary.
Matson approaches Danny, asking about his grades and reminding him he needs to maintain them to stay on the baseball team. Danny asks if they...
Bro, we just met. Like, don't talk about me and my baseball team and nothing, bro. I don't know you.
...can discuss his grades after school, and Matson agrees. During their conversation, Matson asks if he has a girlfriend, and Danny mentions Jamie, whom he admires.
Jamie's getting hoed. That's what's happening right now. Jamie's getting hoed.
Despite knowing Danny is in a relationship, Matson starts to take an interest in him.
That's the problem? I feel like we're ignoring the bigger problem here. I don't think him being in the relationship is the biggest flag right now.
She offers him extra help with his assignments, suggesting that she's available after school on Thursdays.
He just does not
Danny
look real.
declines, explaining that he plans to spend his upcoming anniversary weekend with Jamie.
Aww.
Matson then asks for his phone number so she can assist him with his assignments.
What?
The following day, Jamie is disappointed to receive a C on her paper.
She's hoeing Jamie now? Oh, nah, Jamie's just here getting hoed. That's all that's happening.
And approaches Matson to ask if she can improve her grade, as she needs high marks to secure a college scholarship. Matson assigns her additional work due the next day, making it difficult for Jamie to revise her paper. Jamie, worried, decides to prioritize her college goals over her relationship with Danny.
Oh,
when
now
she tells
Dan is gonna
Danny
get
she can't
hoed.
spend time with him because she's busy with her paper, he becomes frustrated, arguing that grades aren't everything. Jamie counters, explaining her...
It really depends what you're talking about. I mean, of course you would say that you're stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't expect an idiot to understand. Okay, I'm talking about college scholarships here. Okay. You would never understand, Bucko.
Her family's financial struggles and how important scholarships are to her.
Exactly.
Unlike Danny, whose parents paid for his education.
That's why he don't understand. Okay. So is this college or high school? She said that the parents pay for his education. Did they pay for his high school education or is this college? This don't look like no college, but is it college?
Danny then gives Jamie an anniversary gift and leaves, feeling hurt.
This don't look like no college field. This might be a practice field though.
Meanwhile, Danny's baseball team suffers a loss, adding to his disappointment. Unable to enjoy his anniversary with Jamie, he ends up going to a bar with Ms. Matson, who encourages him to have a beer, assuring him she won't tell anyone.
This is high school. school. I don't know.
Their conversation centers
high
around
school.
his relationship with Jamie and his struggles. The next day, Jamie is disheartened to see she received another C on her paper, even after following Matsson's advice. She suspects Matsson may have something against her and confides in a friend who encourages her to speak to Matsson
definitely looks
again.
like high school.
After class,
Yeah, it has to
Jamie
be, yeah.
notices Matsson and Danny having a close conversation, which only heightens her suspicions. Danny tells Matsson that his coach—
How did we get here? I feel like we did a lot of skipping, bro. How did we get right here? I feel like we skipped a lot of plot development.
may drop him from the baseball team, but she reassures him that if he improves his grades, he'll remain on the team. She offers him extra tutoring and empathizes with his concerns about meeting his parents' expectations of attending a prestigious college like Stanford.
Okay, 100% confirmed high school. Why did she just like go? I don't.
Danny opens up about his
I guess
family,
I guess
and
there is no
Matsson in
why.
turn shares a bit about her own life,
Or maybe
mentioning
she's trying to get some of that rich boy paycheck.
never knew her biological parents and that her foster mother passed away from an insulin overdose. Later, Jamie meets with
She
Danny
killed her
and
foster
confides
mother.
that
I think that's what they were showing.
away from an
I think
insulin.
she killed her
She never
foster
knew
mom.
her biological parents, and that her foster
Unless that's a guy's hand
mother
and like a
passed
guy
away
made
from
her
an
foster mom overdose. I
insulin
can't tell.
overdose. Later, Jamie meets with Danny and confides that Ms. Matsson is unfairly grading her work, giving her lower marks despite her efforts. Danny questions why Matsson would do that, but Jamie just looks frustrated. When she tries to ask another question, Danny has to leave to run errands for his mom. Later, Danny confronts Matsson, asking if she's intentionally giving Jamie low grades. Matsson replies by asking what Jamie has told him, and Danny says it was nothing specific.
What's being blurred? What is going on here? What is happening? What is going on?
Danny
What is going on?
It was nothing specific. Matsson reassures him that Jamie is simply overthinking things. They share a kiss, and when Danny
Okay, so they showed them making out, which means what was blurred definitely could not have been just a little bit of tongue. And now he's about to be looking at Jamie out the window.
around, he sees Jamie watching them from outside the house. Shocked, Jamie walks away quickly. Danny
did not
rushes
walk.
after her, ignoring Matsson's attempts to stop him. Outside Matsson's house, Danny catches up to Jamie, who struggles to hold back tears, feeling betrayed by his relationship with her teacher. Danny tries to justify his actions, but Jamie doesn't trust him.
Can we talk
Attempting
about
to
the
reassure her,
pedo
Danny
behavior?
says he'll address the situation, and they go back to Jamie's house. The
You
following morning,
would address the situation. You mean to the police, the principal, the police? Am I? Hello, am I tweaking?
Matsson approaches Jamie and apologizes, admitting she was wrong in giving her a C on the second paper, and changes it to an A.
I feel like we're ignoring the elephant in the room. And now listen, if there was an elephant in a room, you could not ignore it, right? That's how big this is. Like if there was an elephant right here, or your mother was right here, like you could not ignore that. So can we we're not focused on the right details. You know what I'm saying?
Jamie responds sarcastically, pointing out that this apology doesn't fix the situation with Matsson and Danny. Later, Matsson speaks to the principal, reporting that Jamie has been acting aggressively.
What?
Although the principal wants to speak to Jamie, Matsson insists she can handle it and secure a positive outcome. In the parking lot, Danny checks in on Jamie, who tells him Matsson raised her grade, but admits she feels it was done out of guilt. Danny assures Jamie that he plans to break up with Matsson that night. Jamie tells him that afterward, Matsson is welcome to discuss their relationship.
Why is there no police involved?
Danny arranges to meet Matsson in the park. When she receives his text, she feels excited. At the park, Jamie initially expresses interest in him, but Danny remains firm, telling her he disapproves of how she's
You should have pulled up here with the police.
treated Jamie. Matsson tries to persuade him to stay, but he walks away, leaving her in tears. In a moment of desperation,
No way she runs him
Matsson
over.
gets into her car and,
No
in
way
a
she runs
reckless
him over.
decision, runs into...
You should have just told the police. You should have just told the police, bro.
to Danny.
What?
She quickly hides his body, cleans the car, and later plants Danny's blood on Jamie's car without her knowledge. The next morning, the police discussed the case of a teenager found
Jamie is
dead
just getting a hold this whole time. She hasn't done a single thing wrong. She hasn't done nothing wrong, and she's just getting old.
Meanwhile, Jamie repeatedly tries to call Danny, but he doesn't answer. A short while later, Jamie's mom informs her that the police called. They have found Danny's body. The police request Jamie and her mom come to the station. At the station, they meet Danny's parents, who blame Jamie for their son's death. Tensions rise, but the police intervene to calm them down. When questioned, Jamie explains that Danny had planned to come to her house after breaking up with his girlfriend, Matson. Surprised, the police ask if Jamie has any evidence of the teacher-student relationship between Matson and Danny. Later, the police visit.
So they don't have phone records? Like, Matson has to destroy her phone, right? Like,
visit Matson at her home. She denies any special relationship with Danny, claiming Jamie is just making false accusations.
No, but like, all the police have to do is be like, okay, we need to take a look at phone records, you know what I'm saying? See if we can trace why he's out. And then she's gonna be like, oh, my phone, like, I accidentally broke it. And they're gonna be like, when did you break it? Like, a couple weeks ago, and they're gonna be like, that's awfully suspicious. You know what I mean?
Matson adds that Jamie's behavior has changed in the past week. When asked where she was during the incident, Matson says she was at the movie theater. The next day, police arrive at Jamie's house to search for clues. They find blood on the front of Jamie's car. Shocked and confused, Jamie doesn't know how to respond, and the police arrest her for Danny's death.
This is a crazy
Jamie's
hoe.
parents reassure her, saying she'll be free soon.
This is a crazy
While
hoe.
Jamie is in jail, her mother keeps a close watch on Matson, noticing her strange behavior. Soon as Jamie's parents had hoped, she is released. Convinced Matson killed Danny, Jamie devises a plan to make her confess.
Why do you have to devise a plan? No way the police are that incompetent that they can't figure out that. Come on.
That night,
there's 2 suspects.
Jamie sneaks out to Matson's house. Just as Jamie is close to getting her to admit the crime, Matson realizes her intentions and tries to harm Jamie.
Look who's pathetic now.
Look at me. I'm Jamie, potential scholarship student, and I went to a killer's house by myself to try to get them to confess. Look at me, Jamie the genius. Jamie is stupid.
No, don't like that, do you?
Matson is furious about the found recorder and approaches Jamie. As Matson swings to strike, a detective catches her by the arm.
Where did bro come from?
And disarms her.
Did she not come by herself?
Fortunately, the police arrive in time and...
No, that wasn't Jamie being smart. She just got saved. Man, Jamie should have died. Jamie should have died. Bro died. Like, they all should have died.
And arrest Matson. Later, the police discover that this isn't Matson's first incident with a student. She had hidden her past well enough to relocate to LA.
They hired a teacher who had an incident with a student. Oh, hello? Can we get a school investigation going on? It wasn't her first time. What is happening? You know, thankfully Jamie got out of there. I ain't never, she was getting whole like no other. But that school needs to be out of there. That wasn't girl's first incident with a student. Why is she free? Why is she able to work as a teacher again if that wasn't her first incident? They talking about nothing, bro. Absolutely nothing. In future, girls pay beauty tax. More beautiful equals more tax.
Hi.
Wait, no, because that means I might have to pay more taxes because they're going to do it to men and then I'm going to have to pay 100% tax because I'm absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Man.
Today, I am going to explain a Japanese short film called The Beauty Tax.
Ooh.
Spoilers ahead.
30% tax.
And take care.
So now in this world, everyone's trying to force herself to be ugly.
The movie begins in a Japanese office where the manager yells at everyone for not being good enough at their jobs.
No.
However, when a beautiful woman, Aiko, makes a mistake, he lets her off the hook and even apologizes for being rude. Aiko's coworkers are not very fond of her because no matter how hard they work, the manager only ever favors her.
Wow.
Not just at work, but wherever they go, people give Aiko extra attention. At lunch, only she gets a complimentary pudding.
Nah, I'd become a hater too. Absolutely.
While returning home from work, a salesman gives her 2 packets of free products, while the others get 1 packet per 2 people. For Aiko, it is a normal day because she is used to getting special treatment. Somewhere else, in a press conference, the Prime Minister announces that the financial condition of the country is in a complicated situation. Hence, to cope with this problem...
So they're saying, guys, we are going through a financial crisis. Pretty women are getting free things way too much. We gotta stop it. Pretty women, they're getting too much free. We gotta cut back. We have to do something about this. Something!
The government has decided to enforce a new law in which the attractive women of the country will have to pay a beauty tax. The protesters in the audience. Attractive women of the country will have...
Wait, are they putting the X on him because he's ugly? Or are they putting the X on him because of how low his percentage is? Or are they putting the X on him because they're saying that's not a woman, she's a woman? Which reason?
A beauty tax.
You are beautiful. Wait, 20% means, okay, if you're beautiful, you only get a 20% tax. Hold up, that's not really...
A beauty tax. The protesters in the audience claim that this is modern-day systemic discrimination against women. But the Prime Minister claps back, saying that beautiful women receive a lot of financial privileges, which is not fair for ugly people.
Yo, what man made this story?
He declares that the law will soon be enforced, and the ones who try to avoid the beauty tax will be punished. Beautiful women probably have nothing to worry about, as they don't have to pay for anything to begin with. Some days later, Aiko is approached by a man who offers her a modeling job for a beauty salon. Her colleagues, jealous of her popularity, walk away.
I'm 100% the colleagues right now. I would hate being beside someone who just gets a bunch of free things.
As Aiko follows them, the camera pans towards a newspaper headline that says the beauty tax has been enacted. When the three go for lunch that day, Aiko's co-workers pay 1,000 yen for their food.
Okay.
However, Aiko is...
They have to run a scan on people every time before they pay. That is hilarious.
To stand in front of a scanning device. The device is...
Wait, so that means he had to use a scanning device on her. That means he off rip knew these two were ugly. He looked one glance, he's like, I don't need no scan device. They don't pay taxes.
Is supposed to scan women and measure what percentage of tax they should pay.
And what is she?
According to their beauty. Aiko poses for the machine, and it scans her face.
That is, yeah, let's get another flick going on, bro. She did that on purpose. Let's get another flick going on. Head pointing down, only the top teeth, like, no, she's not trying for real.
The results say
20%? How high does it get then?
She is the second level of beauty, so she should...
Oh, she's only in the level 2 beauty?
Pay 20% beauty tax. Her total comes out to 1,200 yen, which she reluctantly pays. The restaurant that used to provide her with free complimentary desserts is now making her pay extra just because she is beautiful. Later.
That's a bad pick. I don't hear what no one says. They hold her with that pick, or she hold herself.
While buying a bottle of water, Aiko again has to pay more than a normal person. Likewise, all the pretty girls of the nation.
5% you're so beautiful? That means you're kind of beautiful? Only 5%? 5% not bad.
According to the level of their attractiveness, have to pay a certain amount of tax.
30%?
The news...
You are so beautiful.
Reporters interview common people about their thoughts on the tax enactment, and people seem to be quite happy about it.
Of course he's happy about it. Of course. Yes, let's get back to women. Yeah, we gotta get back at them. They think they can just go around demanding free things. Not anymore.
One man claims that he has spent a lot of money on pretty girls, so it is only fair if they have to pay more taxes than him. Another not-so-pretty girl states that the beautiful ones were getting pampered, so it is only appropriate if they have to pay more.
Why'd they blur her face and not the guy?
Before the law was enacted, many people thought of it as discrimination towards women, but after it was enforced, the people have changed sides. Now, most of the nation is in favor of the beauty tax. The next day, Aiko receives her
because the only people who get affected is like 2% of society for real.
And excitedly opens it, only to be disappointed. The money on the check is a lot less than her actual salary.
She's getting extra food tax, extra pay tax. Oh my goodness.
She goes to the manager with the concern and finds out that the beauty tax also applies to her salary, which means she will get 20% less than what she used to. The manager calmly explains to her that it is not his fault, but the government's. To make her feel better, he offers to treat her with meals whenever he can.
Aww.
Enraged by the discrimination, Aiko and the other beautiful women of the city hold up signs and protest at the tax enforcement office. The man there asks them to go away because the decision has been made and it is definite. Aiko retaliates that this is the worst.
Y'all feel bad? I feel kind of bad. But I think I feel bad for them because I know just like I would be in the same situation, bro. Like 20% less for me. Honestly, they might hit me with a 35% tax. Bare minimum, I'm getting hit with 35%. I'd be so pissed.
Worst form of discrimination.
Paying 20% tax for food is ridiculous. Paying 20% tax for everything is ridiculous.
But the man claps back, claiming that they have had the pretty privilege. He asks Aiko to give it a thought and dismisses the matter. When Aiko thinks about it, she slowly begins to realize she has had pretty privilege all her life. She remembers when she was little. She broke a flower pot once. The adults used to get mad at the children for doing the same thing, but their reaction was different for her. In college, her friends didn't let her pay for meals anytime they went out, just because of her beauty.
Is she being converted?
And even now, at work, her boss pardons all of her mistakes, but he gets annoyed when others do the same. Back in the present, the officer states that
he's hit this emote. He's hit that emote 5 times now. He keeps hitting that same emote.
Beautiful girls like her have always had social
and
economical
the same
benefits, which are unfair to others. Hence, the beauty tax is a reasonable law that ensures fairness. To make Aiko feel better, he adds that her beauty has been recognized throughout the country by the standards set by the government. Looking at the situation from
that means everyone who is not a supermodel, everyone below a supermodel who don't get paid for their looks gets hoed though, because like they're getting chump change, like extra chump change, but they're not getting like a significant amount of money because of their looks. So literally everyone under supermodel status is getting hoed.
Aiko starts to feel better about the 20% tax. The narrative changes when the girls who pay higher taxes start to be seen as the better ones in society. Aiko even goes to a reality television show and expresses her happiness at being one.
Why does she smile like that? No one taught her how to pose right.
Aiko even goes to a reality
pissing me
television
off.
Show.
Like she looking, okay, smile like this. Smile like this. Why are you looking down? Look up. It's giving chipmunk. Nah, someone gotta help her, bro. Someone gotta help her keep her head straight.
Her happiness at being one of the few people who pay 20% beauty tax. The girls say that they are being asked out often at restaurants and bars when guys find out that they pay beauty tax. Even at Aiko's work, her popularity skyrockets, and she starts being known as the girl who pays 20% beauty tax. Unlike her previous interaction with restaurant cashiers, now Aiko is delighted to pay more money for being beautiful. Her manager calls her when he has important business meetings, and his business partner signs the papers without hesitation. After seeing Aiko's beautiful face,
a cheat code.
While purchasing things, she makes sure to emphasize that she pays a 20% tax to those around her who only pay 5%.
Y'all pay no taxes? Oh my, y'all are ugly. Oh my gosh. Y'all pay no 5% tax, 10%? Y'all pay 10%? Oh my goodness. Get plastic surgery, man. 10%? You need to get some work done. Yuck.
When Aiko receives her paycheck, instead of getting mad, she is flattered and considers it the fate of a beautiful woman.
This is top tier gaslighting.
She is thriving more than ever until Raiko Tajima arrives at her office. Raiko pays 25% beauty tax, making her more beautiful than Aiko by law. Her colleagues all follow Raiko around, claiming that she is prettier than any celebrity they have seen.
She lost her job.
Aiko is stung by jealousy to see all the men drool over Raiko because she is used to being the center of attention. She vows to be prettier than Raiko in some days. Then she starts to exercise day and night in hopes of losing weight. She also
losing weight. What weight are you trying to lose?
In some days.
Where?
Then she starts.
What weight?
To exercise day and night in hope.
She wants to go from 100 pounds to 85. Like, what are we talking about losing weight?
Hopes of losing weight. She also goes to spas daily and receives several expensive facial treatments. After a lot of hard work, she goes to a restaurant and scans herself to find out that she now has to pay 30%.
Oh my goodness, she looks so much better. Said no one.
Tax. Aiko jumped.
She real life did go get plastic surgery though.
In happiness to have finally gotten prettier than Raiko. But when she looks at her bank balance, her happiness vanishes to see only 2 yen left. Her day gets worse when she hears about Raiko's plastic surgery. At first, she believes Raiko might have gotten plastic surgery to be prettier, but is shocked when she gets a look at her face. Raiko had surgery to become less attractive. She looks completely different than she used to. It turns out that her fiancé left her because she was too expensive to take care of.
Now we're starting to see the consequences of it.
Aiko thinks that her day couldn't get worse. She is summoned by her manager, who informs her that she has been fired. It turns out that the company had to pay more taxes for every beautiful employee. And to cut the unnecessary expenditure, they have decided to fire all the beautiful people. Soon, the narrative around the beauty tax changes again. Beauty products that make women seem uglier start selling out. The people who were proud to pay more because of their beauty start making themselves uglier to keep their jobs.
I see a pig on the product, dog.
Moreover, men start to avoid beautiful women because their cost of living is too damn high.
But women of higher echelon have always been a high cost. That's what it's always been.
One day, Aiko is in the bar, distressed about her life. A man approaches her and offers help to get her taxes lowered. Before she can continue the conversation, Aiko gets a call from their family lawyer. It turns out that her dead mother has left her with a lot of wealth that she inherited from her uncle. However, the beauty tax also applies to inheritances. Since Aiko's mother was also very beautiful, the inheritance amounts to -1 million yen.
They're so pretty, they have to pay back the inheritance. She's so old.
Meaning that if Aiko wants to claim the inheritance, she will have to pay the government and receive nothing. At night, Aiko goes to the bar again and meets the same guy. He introduces himself as Nonomura. Aiko and Nonomura get closer while talking. He suggests she make herself look ugly to avoid taxes and even hands her fake thick eyebrows.
This is literally like tax evasion. That's what they're doing.
Aiko is a little skeptical because avoiding paying taxes might put her in jail, but Nonomura assures her many girls do the same.
Many people commit tax
Aiko
evasion.
draws thick lashes and freckles all over her face. As a man with thick brows and freckles,
I was about to say
this
that.
offends me.
I was about to say, imagine all the people who fit what they're considering as ugly. Yeah, this movie is ridiculous.
She also hides her beautiful hair with a short wig and adds a huge mole to her nose. The tax officer is startled to see her come in. She claims that she has been stressed because of her mother's death and has gained some weight. The officer scans her, and the machine declares her ugly. He finally takes Aiko off the pretty women list, which means she will no longer have to pay for the inheritance tax. Thinking that all of her problems are solved, she rushes outside and calls Nonomura. He congratulates her and invites her to meet his parents in a nice dress. Aiko understands that the man is interested in her and smiles to herself.
You're about to get snaked out of your money, bro. Come on now.
She is happy that even in a time like this, someone is in need of her beauty. On the day they are supposed to go out, Aiko excitedly does her makeup.
Why?
However, her plans go in vain when 2 policemen knock on her door and arrest her for trying to be ugly to avoid paying.
That's what you get. You're stupid.
They also inform her that Nonomura is a notorious marriage swindler who covets the inheritance of beautiful women.
Duh.
It turns out that he was never interested in her beauty and was only trying to get her inheritance. Aiko is then sentenced to 2 years in prison. She is depressed and alone, as her life has taken a turn for the worse. Her only friend in the prison is her cellmate, who is also in for trying to be ugly and avoiding taxes. As they talk, Aiko wishes that she was born ugly. If only her nose was 1 centimeter shorter, her life might have turned out differently. But her cellmate advises her to never turn away from reality. She claims that they both are unhappy right now because of their dull hearts, not because of their beauty. According to her, they were too focused on having a pretty face, and they forgot to keep their heart happy. Aiko is inspired by—
It's hard to keep your heart happy when you're broke. Have you ever looked at your account and saw 2 yen? Until then, you can't talk to me. Oh, you gotta keep your heart happy. How about keep my pockets happy?
by her new friend's words. She vows to work on beautifying her heart when she gets out. Cut to 2 years later. Aiko is finally let out of prison. She is dedicated to working on her heart this time. She sees a kid crying for ice cream and kindly offers to buy one for her. However, the shopkeeper returns her extra money, saying that she isn't pretty enough for beauty tax. Moreover, some kids from behind her call her ugly. Hearing this, the beautification of heart leaves Aiko's mind. She gets offended, claiming that she is still very beautiful, but it turns out that in the last 2 years, the standard of beauty has changed completely.
To who?
Since men favored ugly women because of the beauty tax.
Dog, what? So this is basically society saying like societal beauty is stupid and it's all manipulatory and everyone's a sheep to what other people think is attractive. That's what this is saying. Yo, I would thrive so much. If ugly is the new beautiful, bro, this is society I need to be in, bro. Give me 0 taxes. You know what I'm saying?
They became more popular and are now considered more beautiful than traditionally beautiful women. Amazed at the new world, Aiko hands the kid her ice cream, but she refuses to accept it because of Aiko's ugliness.
So if you're ugly, you scare the kids. You're beautiful, you pay more taxes. It's just no winning. At the end of the day, society says if you're a woman, there is no winning. And that is the moral of this story. What was the moral of the last story we watched? No clue. But at least we know this one.